and then we must have got that little bit of a warm-up because this ice is pretty thin. Well, a big coyote came through because he's got a huge track, and that my anchor must have just pulled right out because I couldn't see my cable. I caught him, and you can see he must have just popped it right through the ice, and he was dragging it right there. Come whipping down the trail. First snare I'm checking. He caught it, closed the snare. I don't know if it didn't fire fast enough or what. And he definitely knew. He stopped going down the trail and he took off frickin' bolting that through there. So the odds of him coming down this trail again are slim to none, I would say. I'll set her up though. Well, they can't all be pretty ones, but we'll take them. Good start to the day. Didn't even see you there, buddy. I knew I'd get that red fox coming around that corner right off the frickin' road. People have probably been driving by him all day. You can't even see him there. I mean, I was like 20 yards away. I couldn't see him. Pretty decent looking coyote, actually. Smaller one. I better check these other. I got 4 other ones right here. I better walk up to him. Look at all the tracks that came and checked him out, though. I'll probably hang another cable on this trail right here. Nice looking dog. Peach of a day on the line today. I know there's got to be a deer kill back in there because I hear crows squawking, and I saw 2 bald eagles flying over there today. I'm not going to walk in there because I've been catching coyotes over here. I caught one right over there 2 days ago, and now I just picked up this huge male coyote, beautiful coyote, big alpha male. So hopefully I can pick up a few more until I burn this corner out here. This is a big coyote crossing here where they cross the road. They come down these little canals here. I caught one here last night. You can see there's 4 of them. I caught one here, and then the 3 others went around them. There's another canal right over there. He set off my snare in there, and I missed him. I don't know what the hell happened here. He must have... I don't see any blood, so I don't think anyone came and shot him and took him. He must have pulled out somehow. I don't even see my snare or anything. I got a double snare set up here, and this is the first coyote track I've seen back here in a long time. He won't even stand up. Right next to where I caught that other one. You gotta walk right up to him in here. You can't even see these catch circles unless you get 20 feet away. Really pretty looking dog though. I mean, look at all the coyote tracks on this trail. There's that deer that came running by my camera. And this is where he was caught. He was only caught for a little bit. And he opened that sucker right up. He got away right before I got here. You gotta be absolutely kidding me. Unbelievable. These canal road crossings are just absolutely killer. I caught that other one right down there that pulled out. See how there's all these little pinch points in here with this brush. I caught one right here. And he chewed out. Unbelievable, dude. Well, out on these canal road crossings again. This is my last snare left out here. Just killer spots. I can see a dog bouncing already. Smaller coyote. Oh, pretty looking coyote though. It's just deadly. I bet you there's got to be a lot of spots where I can hang snares in here. It's just so hard to check them. You got to come up with a better system. You can't even see them. I had no idea this coyote was here until I walked down here. Real pretty coyote. I'll just set up this brand new property right off the highway. Whole bunch of houses and stuff over here too. Real nice looking coyote here. Set up a few days ago, kind of prepping for this big cold snap that we're gonna get. Coyotes haven't been moving at all this warm weather, and it's crazy. You get these nights like this and then they just run like crazy. Well, I'm hoping his fur is just wet and he doesn't have mange or shoulder mites or something like that. He looks a little woolly. The 5 other coyotes that came by were definitely a lot better looking than him. Real pretty in the face though. Definitely the reddest coyote I have ever caught. Boy, I sure put that cell camera close enough to the catch circle there. Almost lost that camera. But I'm just gonna keep plugging away here, just keep going down the canal farther and farther until they stop using them. They're producing right now, so it's just such a killer spot. There's probably like 2 or 3 little strands of wire left. I would not be shocked if he's gone when I get back. I mean, I have no idea how he's even being held. If he just pulls a little bit, it's gonna break. So, hustling back to my truck. I better book it. Well, for this area, they don't get a whole lot prettier than that. Gorgeous bobcat. And he is not happy at all. Maybe I shouldn't be this close to the catch circle here, but I've never seen a bobcat up close, so first one I've ever caught. He does not like me. That's probably a big Tom there. Well, I really don't know what I'm worried about. It's pretty much how I live my life anyways. Always underprepared. Don't have my catch pole. All I have is my Leatherman. I don't have cable cutters or anything. And I was just about to throw my catch pole in the back too. I've just been running snares, but now I put a couple footholds out and I'm gonna start releasing red foxes. So I'm like, well, if I catch a fox, I should have my catch pole. Well, now I got a bobcat that I gotta release and I don't really have a plan. So we'll see how she goes. I've released a few deer and I've released a coyote, and I would take a coyote any day of the week right now. This one's gonna be a challenge, that's for sure. Well, if you're ever looking for a good old-fashioned adrenaline rush, I suggest releasing a bobcat with a branch. I wrestled that thing forever. Those things have so much power and they're so fast. And his arms are a lot longer than you'd think, and he actually got me right on the thumb of my glove and sliced my glove wide open. I kept looking at his claws too. Man, our faces were probably a foot apart from each other when I had him held down. Such a cool animal though. So glad I got him released. But anyways, so I hung 8 snares back here originally. Now I caught 4 coyotes out of those 8 snares and now a bobcat. Got a couple snares down the way here, and I was so worried he wouldn't leave the catch circle, so I left and came back, and I was worried he was going to go down this trail and I was going to catch him a second time. I got 2 snares right there. Look at these coyote trails right off the road too. Scouting some new spots for my setting up this new portion of my line. That is automatic. Automatic right there. Insane. Holy smokes. Ooh, a really nice coyote too. Beauty. I can't believe it took this long to catch here. I think it's been 4 days. All right, here comes a car. I better hide. This trail was just insane, and there was such a good pinch point here. I just knew it was automatic. Ooh, another dark coyote. Oh, beautiful morning on the line today. Got a gorgeous coyote here. This is one of my favorite properties, and there's a killer east-west running trail that I found back here that I was 100% sure that I would catch on, but it's kind of out of the way to check, and there's a ton of deer back here. They've just been kicking my cables over constantly. Well, I caught on that trail right away, And I hung 2 adjacent cables on north-south running trails because I thought maybe I could double or triple up here. And it's been sitting here for a little while now. And I came in here yesterday because I was going to pull these 2. And there was coyote tracks everywhere except for these 2 trails. So I was going to pull them today regardless. So I just walked every single trail that all those coyote tracks are on, because I knew that they were in here. And I just figured that I was going to force them down this trail. I mean, I think it was just luck of the draw that they weren't taking this trail, because they were earlier. And I think that might have did the trick. A really pretty coyote here. Out at the bolt landing again, where I missed those coyotes in that foothold out there. A little discouraging with this warm weather. But I looked over the hill here, and I got 1 cable here. I thought I had a deer caught or something at first, because this thing is huge. That might be the biggest coyote I've caught this year. That is a giant. Really nice coyote too. Holy cow. That is the biggest coyote I have ever seen, I think. That thing almost looks like a gray. He almost looks like a gray wolf. I might have to buy a scale just for him. That is a big alpha male right there. There's a bunch of muskrat huts and stuff that they hunt around up in there. And you can see I caught one right there, right off the road. It's just so rare to find these dynamite spots like this, but this is coyote number 5 off this middle canal here. I caught one on that little canal too, but I think this might be the prettiest coyote of the year for me. Super pale coyote. So another coyote came whipping down the canal, and he slammed on the brakes, stopped on a dime right there. And I'm not 100% sure, but I'm willing to bet that. So I got a cable in that grass in there. You can hardly even see it at all. But I got my ribbon hanging right there. And I'm willing to bet that when he got up on that little step there, he saw that ribbon. And he got out of Dodge. This is a male coyote here, actually a pretty good size coyote. Definitely the better looking of the 2. And look at the size difference between those 2. That thing is a hoss. But I just sprayed him about 5 minutes ago and just quick ran a brush through that bigger one, and he had all sorts of hair coming out. And I just looked at him, and he's definitely got shoulder mites or some sort of lice or something. I'll spray him again, give him another 15 minutes and see. It's really going to be a shame if I have to toss that coyote, though. I have to toss the other one that I caught in that area too. It's kind of like an urban area, so, and that really sucks. Oh, this spot might look familiar. Just got to the boat landing and I see a coyote sleeping right there on that trail that I sat on yesterday. Oh, that didn't take long at all, just a few hours. Actually a really good looking coyote, so I don't see any matted hair or anything, but we'll have to take a look at him here in a little bit. He looks like he's in good shape. This canal here runs about 2 miles. The coyotes are running pretty hard on this ice. It's like a little highway for them. You can see they got a kill here. And it's awfully hard to see tracks on the ice. You have to look pretty hard. But you can see, you know, like there's actually like indentions in the ice from some of the warmer days. And there's a lot of really good pinch points in here. I absolutely love snaring on these canals like this because you don't have deer kicking your snares over. And it's used so hard. But see, I got a cable right there, and then I got another cable right there. I might have to blend that one in a little bit better. And I'm gonna put a cell camera there. I'm really gonna have to blend that sucker in. If I don't catch one here, that will be the reason, that camera. But it'll be pretty cool to see what's going on here. Oh, a pretty decent looking coyote. Looks a lot darker in person than it did on the camera. Another dark coyote though. Oh, we got another coyote here. Another one with a cell cam over it, which is pretty cool because I'm learning a lot about these areas and how these coyotes are using these spots. It's a big tamarack swamp right off the river. These coyotes are actually using this like right in the middle of the day. They come in here off the river to lay on this big south-facing edge here. And I hung this cable in like 40-mile-an-hour winds, and that wind must have knocked my cable down. So coyotes were flying up and down this trail, and I was not catching them. They were just going like right underneath the cable. So I came, set it back up at like noon. Well, like 12:30, a coyote came down that trail, smelled where I just touched on that cable. And then the next day now, this one came through and I hip caught him. Looks like a decent coyote, a little rubbed on his back, I think. So we'll have to take a look at him here, but another dog. Pretty warm day today. Well, this is literally 10 minutes from my front door, and I found this spot where these coyotes are crossing this road here. I hung this cable at 6 o'clock in the morning in the dark, and I just drove by and I stopped and I put my binos up, and I could literally hear a coyote breathing, but I couldn't see him. I put my binos up and I can just see his eyeballs in there. I literally must have just caught him. He's in there somewhere. Put it in reverse. I'm like, oh, those are all coyote tracks cutting through these cattails. Came in here, hung a cable in this little pinch point here, right off the road, and there he is. Easiest coyote I've ever caught. Doesn't look very nice, but whatever, I'll take him. Well, that's a first for me. Coon in a cable restraint. He must have jumped up to try to get through it, and I hip caught him. I'll have to let him go. I don't want to mess with that. Maybe I can grab him and he'll let me. Oh, looky what we got here. Boy, did you get yourself in a pickle. You got a trap on your back foot, and you got a trap on your front foot. This is one of the great big males that's been working these sets. I don't think it's that giant one. Definitely a super aggressive coyote. And this is where my dirt hole was. Right here, I just used the same anchor to anchor both those sets. And he's been pissing on my trap. I got that trap over as far as I could where he was approaching it from. And I kind of figured that I would hind foot catch him if he went to piss on it again, and that's what happened. And then I think he just forgot all about that other trap being there, and I got him on the front foot too. Well, it's been a heck of a year pulling everything down today. I had a cable in this grassy patch here in between these two canals, and I had a cell camera down at the end. And I caught a coyote here last night, and he went running by that camera at like 10:30. And that's just the will to survive right there. He pulled everything out of the ground. I found my snare support here absolutely mangled laying on the ice down there. So what a way to end the year. Good for him, I guess. I'm sure we'll meet up again someday. Well, maybe the season isn't going to end too bad. I got a cable out in this canal that has literally been here all year. I haven't had a coyote track come through here since I put it here. And I see two sets of coyote tracks going down the canal here, and I thought I saw a little flicker of a tail when I pulled up in my truck. And I seriously cannot believe it. The last cable I had to pull too. Then I was going to go look for some shed antlers. Boy, does he stink. Some decent fur on him for this late in the year. I can see right now that he's rubbed pretty bad on his back right there. The last 5 coyotes that I caught have been rubbed real bad, where this snow is just so rock hard. It has been like that all year, where they're going in and out of dens and they're rolling on stuff and they just wreck their guard hairs.